Hello. Let's go ahead and get into this makeup. I'm going to be doing my makeup like how I did it when I was in middle school. This was a trend like I think like 2, 3, maybe even 4 years ago, where people were doing makeup tutorials but like doing how they did their makeup in high school. And I started wearing makeup when I was in middle school because my mom let me. So I'm gonna do the makeup that I did when I was in 8th grade. And so if y'all remember from back in the day, this was like 2010, the Naked palette was everything. You could not watch a makeup tutorial back then and not see the Urban Decay Naked palette. When I first got this palette, the first thing I did was I came home and I looked in the mirror and I like acted like I was doing a makeup tutorial. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this color, I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna take this color, I'm gonna put it here. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be filming a makeup video. Like, I feel emotional on the inside. Like, I have not filmed a makeup tutorial, I think, in like 2 years. I think I did 2 over the pandemic back in 2020. But I don't think I've filmed anything makeup related since then, like a tutorial. Like, I've definitely vlogged and posted vlogs with me doing my makeup, but like an actual tutorial, I don't think I've done one in a really long time. And yeah, so I just want to like catch up and do makeup and like just let you know what's been going on in my life. So the first thing I want to talk about is I unfortunately was laid off. As you can tell from the title, I was laid off from my job. I worked there for almost 2 full years. And I don't know if you guys are following the news right now or just like paying attention to the economy, but especially in tech in Silicon Valley, people are getting laid off, and I unfortunately am one of those people who have been affected. I do want to do a video like maybe at a later date when more time has passed, or I can do a video on like my experience being laid off for the first time, because this is my first time being laid off, and that's why I have time to sit down and film a makeup tutorial on a Thursday, because I'm not working currently. And so my plan right now is, so I got laid off. My last day was actually last Friday, so this past Friday was my last day. Too Faced Born This Way, I am in the shade Almond, and then for moisturizer I used the Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm, and then for primer I used Milk Makeup. So my plan is to take 2 weeks off to just chill. Like, I've been working very, very hard the last 2 years at this 9 to 5 that I was at, and I mentally need a break. I'm very privileged and fortunate to financially be in a position where I can afford to take a break for 2 weeks before diving into a job search and doing this roller coaster ride all over again. So that job search will be coming for me, but right now I'm just focusing on myself, leaning into things that feel good for me, and healing my inner child. This video and me sitting down right now and doing makeup and talking to you is very healing for me. And I do want to do another video just about like healing my inner child at a later time, but I'm like still in the midst. I like have just started to heal my inner child and like kind of come to sort of understand like what that means, and what that means and looks like for me personally. So not quite ready to like go in depth or anything, but it is something that I'm starting the journey of doing. If you know me personally, you know that like I have always wanted to do YouTube specifically. Like, I grew up watching YouTube, and I've always wanted, like in the beginning, at the very start when I first found out about YouTube, it was like 2010, 2009. At first it was just I wanted to do like makeup tutorials, and then the time I got old enough to be like, okay, I can have a YouTube channel now, I kind of did more like vlogging. And that's like, if you look back on my channel, like I've definitely privated videos since I started my channel. I started my channel in 2015, right after I graduated high school. And I did some makeup videos, but then like I really like started to love vlogging, so I did a little bit more of that. And like I said, I have a handful of like maybe like not really that much. Like, I think I have like maybe like 5, 6 makeup tutorials on my channel currently. That's what I initially thought I was going to do with this channel, but like I said, I found vlogging. But also, like, makeup was my first passion. Makeup was my first thing that I ever like fell in love with creatively. Like, I was never like, I was kind of into drawing, kind of into coloring, but like not really. But then like once I found makeup, I was like, yes, like I want to do it. I want to do what these girls are doing. Like the first makeup video I ever saw on YouTube was, I think, like the first makeup video that was published on YouTube in general. And it wasn't, I don't even think it was a video. I think it was like a PowerPoint with like instructions that someone uploaded to YouTube. I can't remember. But shortly thereafter, I found like Michelle Phan, Juicy Star 07, all these people. And I was like, wait, like there's like tutorials on YouTube on like how to do makeup. And I was just like so like, oh my God, I want to be a part of this. I want to do this. And it was like the first thing in my life that I like, whew, fell in love with. I journaled yesterday for like 2 hours of like a lot of stuff, and I journaled a little bit this morning. So I think just like having journaled and gotten this all out on paper, it's kind of like in the forefront of my mind, like how like the emotional side of this for me. But anyways, like makeup was the first thing that I truly fell in love with, and I kind of lost it for a while, like the makeup part, and just like struggling with the content created part too, which is like a story for another day of like struggling with like being a content creator or trying to be one. And it wasn't even called content creating back then. It was just like you were a beauty guru. That's like what it was called back then. The makeup part, I kind of like, again, like it's a story for another day, but like, or I guess I can touch on it now, like why not? Doing makeup in general, like on YouTube, was like a weird concept at the time that I wanted to do it. Like it wasn't normal, like how it is now, like everyone does it and it's like kind of normal, like it's normal to have a career in this kind of stuff. But when I wanted to do it back when I was 12 and 10 years old, 10, 11, 12 years old, it like wasn't a thing. So it was a very weird concept. Long story short is basically I drifted away from my passion of makeup because I started to believe that I couldn't do it, which again is a story for another day. And so now I guess I'm just like in a place where I'm like finding my way back to makeup. And I don't think I'm like amazing at makeup. Like I've seen some of these girls on TikTok and men and thems, you know, on all the platforms doing such incredible makeup. And I don't think I'm nearly as skilled as they are yet. But how can I ever get there if I don't like start, you know? Yeah, I think I just like, I like didn't believe in myself and the whole makeup thing for years. And now I'm kind of getting to a place where I'm trying to find my way back to makeup. And not even necessarily that I need to make videos about doing makeup, but more of just like having that be like my piece, like it used to be, and it still is my piece. And like, you know, some people paint, you know, some people draw, some people take photos. Like there's so many different creative outlets that you can like have as like your piece, and like what you do when you're not working a 9-to-5 or when you're not taking care of like more serious things in your life, like when you're going to relax. Like for me, that was makeup when I was younger. And it still is now. I just like, I used to be super into it, and I think I'm starting maybe to find that I am still super into it. I just have to like get caught up because I like stopped following all the beauty stuff for a while. And like what I did makeup wise and what I have done in the past few years is very like, I don't know, simple and like not necessarily what the girls are doing today. And when I say the girls, I just mean like anybody. So doing this makeup tutorial for you guys right now is very healing for me. I'm very happy to be in the headspace I'm in, purely making this video because it's making me happy. Okay, so this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Nougatine it looks like nougat, but it's not. It's nougatine. I'll put it right here in the name. TikTok people are doing just like this nowadays. So that's what I'm going to do. Found like a little itty bitty baby beauty blender that's perfect for small areas. So I'm gonna use the itty bitty beauty blender. Also, I want to address my eyebrows. You'll notice that this eyebrow is less full than this one. For those of you who are new, and I've mentioned this in my other videos, I don't want to use the word struggle, but I don't know what other word to use. But I guess I struggle with trichotillomania. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. And so that's why my eyebrows look the way they do, and that's why my eyelashes look the way they do. It's something that I need to heal, and I'm doing that like on my side of things. So if you're ever curious watching my videos why my brows and eyelashes look the way they do, that's why. Little itty bitty beauty blender. It's Real Techniques, and the beauty sponge I'm using is from Morphe. Consensus is I think the beauty blender from Morphe is it blends better. Like this Real Technique one's left kind of it's almost like it was like taking the concealer off of me. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Hourglass. This is their translucent setting powder, their Veil. I still have products from middle school. Like I still have products from when I started my makeup collection. Not everything, but I pulled some stuff because I thought it'd be fun to show you as I do this makeup. Just some of the products I used when I was little. So for powder, this was one of the powders I used in middle school, was the CoverGirl True Blend Pressed Powder in number 2. It came in like I think they still sell this product, but it's just like in a little, you know, foldable thing. And that's the powder, and it comes with a puff. And I'm gonna put a little towel on my lap because powder tends to get messy. Some powder straight from the Hourglass thing. And what I like to do nowadays is press some. I learned this trick from, I believe, Jackie Aina. And I learned to like press it into my arm a bit to get some of like the excess off, and then go ahead and I just press. I can't remember if I baked in middle school. I know I baked in high school. I don't know if I knew about baking in 8th grade. And then like if I need more powder, I just take whatever's on my arm and kind of blend that in. And what I've learned as I've gotten older is like less is more for certain products. Like what I love nowadays when I do a makeup is a really light base. Like I used to put so much foundation on my face. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, and I don't think I knew like when there was enough foundation, so I just kind of put like tons on until I felt like it looked okay. But in hindsight, I really like was putting way too much foundation on my face. Also, if my exposure on my camera is too bright, I'm very sorry. You would think like working in content creation for like almost 2 years, I'd like be a master at like lighting and stuff. But whenever I do it, I kind of just guess. Like I've watched some tutorials, but I really kind of just guess. So if this is too bright, I'm sorry. We're gonna learn as we go, you know? Like you just gotta get in front of the camera and press record. That's what Sean from Thinks Media says, so I'm gonna do what he says. I'm pretty sure in 8th grade I always used Urban Decay Primer Potion in that purple bottle. I don't even remember what I used for brows in 8th grade. I know in high school I used Dip Brow for sure. I might have used, oh, you know what I did? I know what I did. This is Sonia Kashuk. Do you guys remember Sonia Kashuk? I think she's still sold at Target. I used to take like a dark brown eyeshadow and this brush, and I would just like fill in my brows that way with like a powder. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline brow pomade. This is like a Maybelline version of Dip Brow. Tell me why when I was looking for like my old products from back in the day, I found a whole tub, brand new, not opened, Anastasia Dip Brow. I didn't know I had this, so I'll be using this like when I finish this one. And I tweezed my brows for you guys. If you guys see like the earlier footage, I also straightened my hair, and I like filmed some vlog footage when I was straightening my hair. I literally went off the wall. I'm like talking a million miles a minute, going everywhere, but like I'm just excited to be here. So let me just do one thing at a time. Okay. And what I also used to do back in the day, what was popular was like the ombre brow. All right, so now the fun part, we're gonna go in with the Urban Decay Naked palette. Oh, this is like healing my 10-year-old self right now, because I literally would like do this in the mirror, acting like I like had a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm gonna take Buck. Y'all remember Buck? I'm gonna take Buck. It's this color right here. Now, if I was really doing this video, like how I would have done it in 8th grade, I probably would be on my laptop right now on Photo Booth. I would use Photo Booth all the time and pretend like I was making a little video for YouTube. So I'm gonna go into Half Baked and just load up the brush, tap off excess. Do you guys remember back in the day? And I learned this look, I actually just remembered right now. I was trying to think of who I learned this makeup look from. Her username was Olive Eyes Makeup. I don't think her channel exists anymore. I don't know what her real name is. But her YouTube channel name was Olive Eyes Makeup. And she had this palette and she taught this look. And that's how I learned this look and did it all the time. This one, that one. And I'm only gonna focus this on the outer corner. I can't remember if I would put shadow under here. I don't think I did. Oh, I didn't do the brow bone in the inner corner. What am I doing? Little 10-year-old me is like, come on, get it together. Pretty sure I went in with the color Virgin, which is that white shade you see there on the end of the palette. And I would bring it like all the way. So do you guys remember her username was Pancia381? Was that her username? Her actual name is Lauren Luke. And so she at one time came out with her own makeup brushes, the Lauren Luke like makeup brushes, and I have them. This was the eyeliner brush I used back in the day. This is a Bobbi Brown ultra fine eyeliner brush. But Bobbi Brown was the first makeup I was ever introduced to that wasn't like Claire's or Limited To makeup. Because my mom, when I first started getting into it, and even like before then, like when I was little, she used to get me Bobbi Brown lip glosses. And I think I still have one of my first ones, this little Bobbi Brown lip gloss. When we would go to the mall, she would buy me, in exchange for good behavior, she would buy me a little Bobbi Brown lip gloss. And so that was kind of like my first introduction to makeup. But when I started getting into it as a young tween, she only wanted me to use like good high quality makeup because she just like wanted to make sure I was putting good stuff on my skin. So shout out to you, Mom, for getting me the good stuff right off the bat. And then I learned about drugstore makeup, and drugstore makeup was also pretty good too, and I just didn't know about it because my mom, you know, went straight to Nordstrom's with me, and she introduced me to Sephora. So you gotta start them young. Hold on, she's barking. I don't know who's here. Hold on. This is the L'Oreal, the Luminous Million Lashes in the waterproof one. I found that the waterproof helped my lashes hold their position. I wasn't gonna put lashes on, but I think I actually am. So I started contouring with this palette once I got to high school, but what I used before the Anastasia contour kit, I used to use the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. I think her name was 15 Lucky Charms. This, I moved to the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I think I heard about this one. Like every beauty guru had this. This might have been like Michelle Phan. So these were hand-me-down MAC blushes from my cousin, and I have it in the color Blush Baby and Dame. And these were my first MAC products, were hand-me-down blushes. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I'm just gonna go ahead and we should use like one. I mean, we did use the Naked palette, but maybe we can use another product. Apples of my cheeks. And that's really all I did. This is from NYX. This is a lipstick. It's called Athena. I used to wear this. Are you kidding me? I was like, my lips look so good. It's giving like Rat's doll. This is a true clear lip gloss. This is NYX. This is Juice Gloss in Coconut Chill. It's electrolyte infused color. Okay, pretty. That's just a clear gloss. Yeah, this is how I did my makeup when I was in 8th grade. I got laid off from my job. I am healing my inner child during this time of my little break before I start job searching again. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you watch it to the end, I appreciate that so much. I am going to charge the battery some more, take some cute pictures, and get to editing this video either tonight or tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.